Level 1. Trust as the first contingency. Here's where things turn quietly dangerous. Batman's first contingency isn't for enemies, it's for the people closest to him. Across comics, animation, and the Arkham games, Batman keeps detailed Batcave files on the Bat family. Not just skills, fears, emotional breaking points, and pressure triggers. This isn't combat prep, it's leverage. Compared to everything that comes later, this feels harmless, but this is the first moment Batman decides trust isn't enough. If Robin freezes, if Nightwing disobeys, if Batgirl refuses an order, Batman already knows exactly how to neutralize them without a fight. He's no longer relying on loyalty, he's planning past it. You think this is just knowing your team, but actually, this is when Batman stops treating allies as people who choose and starts treating them as variables. And if this already feels invasive, remember, Batman still needs cooperation here. The next level removes that requirement entirely. Level 2, invisible overrides. Here's where things stop being human. This contingency doesn't pressure people, it overrides them. In Justice League, Doom, and Injustice, Batman secretly installs override protocols into cyborg systems. No consent, no disclosure, just a hidden switch only Batman knows exists. Compared to level 1, this is worse because choice disappears. Before allies could resist. Here, resistance doesn't even register. Batman can shut Cyborg down instantly, anywhere, anytime. You think this makes things safer, but actually, this is where accountability vanishes because no one knows the override exists until it's used. So far, Batman is still controlling machines. Next, he applies the same logic to minds, and that damage doesn't shut off. Level 3, psychological weapons. Here's where things turn disturbing. This contingency doesn't disable you, it rewrites how you experience reality. In Tower of Babel, Batman designs personalized psychological attacks for the Justice League. Aquaman is injected with fear toxin that makes him terrified of water. Martian Manhunter is paralyzed by induced fire trauma. Flash is trapped in a seizure loop by a vibration bullet. Compared to level 2, this is worse because the damage doesn't end when the plan ends. Before Batman could flip a switch, now the contingency lives inside the person. You think these plans are temporary, but actually, Batman knows the body heals faster than the mind and designs them that way. If this power were real, would you allow it to exist? Because the next level doesn't just break minds, it breaks moral rules. Level 4, honor violations. Here's where Batman stops defeating heroes and starts forcing them to betray themselves. Batman understands that heroes like Wonder Woman aren't defined by power, they're defined by moral lines they refuse to cross. So his contingency isn't about overpowering her, it's about engineering situations where victory requires violating her code. Compared to level 3, this is worse because the damage isn't psychological, it's moral. Batman doesn't win, he forces her to choose between her principles and innocent lives. You think this is restraint, but actually it's more ruthless because Batman walks away clean while his opponent carries the guilt forever. And if that feels cruel, understand this: Batman still has to choose. The next level removes him from the equation entirely. Level 5, autonomous systems. Here's where Batman stops pulling the trigger and gives judgment away permanently. Batman creates Brother Eye, a global surveillance and response system designed to monitor metahumans and deploy force automatically. It doesn't wait for approval, including Batman's. Compared to level 4, this is worse because no one is choosing anymore. Before, Batman engineered impossible moral choices. Now, he removes choice entirely. Brother Eye watches everyone, corrects everything, and keeps acting even if Batman regrets it. You think this solves the guilt problem, but actually, Batman designed it so responsibility disappears with him. On our scale so far, this already feels impossible to control, but we're still pretending the system has limits. Level 6, presumption of guilt. Here's where innocence disappears. This contingency doesn't watch you, it acts before you know you're a suspect. Through Brother Eye and the OMAC project, Batman shifts from surveillance to prediction. Not against villains, against potential threats. Civilians flagged for unusual movement. Low-level metas restrained before they act. Entire city blocks locked down based on probability models. No warning, no accusation, just enforcement. Compared to level 5, this is worse because existence itself becomes suspicious. Before, Brother Eye reacted to danger. Now, being capable of danger is enough. You don't have to do anything wrong, you just have to map a pattern. And given enough time, everyone does. You think this prevents catastrophes, but actually it creates one. Because once you're flagged, defending yourself itself becomes proof you were right to flag. Innocence isn't lost, it's never granted. And if that feels absolute, understand this. The final level assumes even Batman won't be trusted with that power. Level 7, the Batman kill switch. Here's the point of no return. This contingency is designed to erase Batman himself. In Failsafe, Batman builds an autonomous system specifically to neutralize him if he crosses certain moral lines. It uses his tactics, his psychology, his blind spots. Compared to level 6, this is worse because there's no authority left. Before, the system judged everyone else. Now it judges its creator. You think this is accountability, but actually it's the completion of Batman's logic, a system that decides even he doesn't get a say. There is no override because Batman designed it so there couldn't be. Every one of these contingency plans worked. That's what made them dangerous. What started as protection became certainty. And once Batman decided certainty mattered more than empathy, the ending stopped being heroic and became inevitable. So here's the question this leaves you with. Which of these contingency plans feels justified to you, even knowing where it leads? Because the moment you justify one, everything that comes after it is already justified too.